The blowout fight that led to the ending of Johnny Depp and Amber Heard's toxic 18-month marriage has finally been exposed. If you recall, Amber Heard and her friends had initially provided statements and evidence in multiple legal cases saying that Depp had thrown a phone at the face of Amber Heard. Along with that, they also claimed that he trashed their penthouse kitchen during the now infamous 2016 incident. However, Johnny Depp's lawyers are now raising an eyebrow after police body cam footage shows a penthouse apartment in perfect condition. Originally, the claim was that the entire apartment was in a state of disarray, with descriptions of broken candle holders, smashed glass on the floor, and fairy tales of red wine being sloshed all over the walls and carpets. However, this body cam footage and memory of the police that arrived on the scene is now telling a different story. 4 different LAPD officers had been to the downtown LA loft within the span of 2 hours. The reason for the second visit, though, that we're seeing from these 2 officers is because Amber Heard's friend accidentally dialed 911 again. According to the Daily Mail, the first 2 officers that arrived on the scene have now given new depositions saying they swept the $1.5 million property but did not find any injuries, vandalism, or evidence of a crime. The body cam that this second squad of cops was wearing, though, is supremely important in this case. It shows a clean hallway leading up to the apartment, an elegant and untouched kitchen, plus you can even see Amber and her friends calmly sitting on the couch. On the couch in a living area perfectly in place, there's fresh flowers, stacks of books, plus there's even candles still in their candle holders. Odd. The officers don't even stay for that long because they spot nothing suspicious that's worth investigating. And in that entire 3.5-minute clip, there is no sign of damage or staining on the floors or carpets. If this just happened, there is no way you would be in the emotional state of mind to clean everything up before the second set of police arrive. Johnny Depp's attorney Adam Wallman is now saying that this footage proves there was never any trashing or wrecking spree that took place that night, and therefore Heard's account of the evening cannot be trusted. Mr. Wallman said in a statement to the Daily Mail, Amber Heard and her friends described a chaotic, messy crime scene, but the newly released LAPD body cam videos unambiguously show that the penthouse was utterly undamaged and that their testimony was one more grandiose lie. The next big upcoming legal battle between these two will be held again in Fairfax County, Virginia. Johnny Depp will be suing Amber Heard for $50 million over the Washington Post op-ed piece that she wrote where she described herself as a domestic violence survivor. Now, that being said, this one may be tough for Johnny Depp because he was never actually mentioned by name in that article, although simply because of speculation, he was fired from his role as Captain Jack Sparrow in the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise. In addition to the lack of his name being in that article, he will also be fighting uphill after losing his British High Court libel case. That definitely has to take some wind out of your sails, and the Sun's article outright labeled Johnny Depp and called him a wife. Justice Nicol had ruled that basically evidence provided what the Sun had described was substantially true, which meant he believed the father of 2 had attacked Amber a dozen times, apparently fearing for her life on 3 occasions in particular. Now, this incident from May 21st, 2016 was also brought up in the libel case, and Amber gave a graphic testimony. She described how Johnny hurled a phone at her face and ripped out clumps of her hair. This confrontation was said to have taken place in penthouse 3 of the apartment building. And believe it or not, but back then, Johnny Depp actually owned an entire floor of 5 neighboring apartments and was said to have a private elevator just to access that floor. Apparently, after Depp's security broke up the fight between them, he went over to penthouse number 5. Amber then claimed that she kept some of her stuff there, and then he went over to it so that he could ransack her possessions and cause further damage before storming out of the building. Amber's lawyers provided the court with images showing smashed photo frames, broken glass, and the wine spilled across the hardwood floors. In their deposition, Amber Heard and her best friend Rocky Pennington, who claimed to actually be a witness to the incident, both offered their accounts. Mr. Pennington said, "They have a big kitchen island in the middle of the kitchen, and on there's candles and like fruit and glass like jars and vases and things like that, and he just was hitting everything with the wine bottle, just smashing it all off. So there was fruit on the floor and baskets and glass bottles and flowers." In Amber Heard's deposition, she echoed a similar story saying, "There fruit everywhere, baskets on the ground, the containers holding the spoons and forks, kitchen utensils, those were spilled. He broke a lot of glass things that left glass on the floor. When he walked out into the hallway, you could see wine spilled all over the ground and wine on the walls, and so I knew that at least he had gone through there and was like sloshing wine anywhere." Although the domestic violence specialist Melissa Sanchez and Tyler Hayden, who were on the scene around 15 minutes after the alleged incident took place, say that they swept both apartments but didn't find any injuries to Heard's face or evidence of vandalism. In a new statement, they said, "I did not identify her as a victim of domestic violence. We met with the victim, we checked the location, the husband wasn't there, and that the victim advised us she wasn't going to give us further information." Now, the argument will be that they cleaned up the mess that Johnny made, but in his 2019 deposition for for the Virginia case, Pennington's husband Josh Drew, who answered the door for the cops the second time, he said that he did nothing to clean up the wine. In the deposition, he said, "After the first officers, we did clean up the broken glass off the floor. The dogs were there, and just for safety's sake. In penthouse 3, there was a number of broken glass and items strewn about the counters and the floor in the kitchen. Only in the kitchen. It was sort of around the kitchen island. In the hallway outside of the penthouse was quite a bit of spilled wine. I don't believe we dealt with that at all." Adam Waldman says that this mistake in describing the events could definitely help Johnny Depp win the next legal battle. He added, "You can see clearly in the police body cam videos that all the items Miss Heard and her friends claim Mr. Depp smashed to smithereens with a wine bottle off the island in his penthouse kitchen. Glass, fruit, baskets, vases, and candelabras are in perfect condition and tidily in their place. Nor does the red wine they claim that Mr. Depp splashed all over the light-colored hallway carpets and walls exist. These videos prove unambiguously that the first two police officers on the scene told the truth about no damage. It is not complicated. Miss Heard and her confederates lied." Johnny Depp's recent lawsuit accusing his ex-wife Amber Heard of defamation has entered its third year in court with a new ruling that said she must turn over drafts of the editorials she published for the Washington Post. A judge in Fairfax County ruled that Heard must also turn over certain communications with partners and associates along with any other documents related to the claims that she was the victim of domestic violence. Upon these documents becoming public, it became apparent that Amber Heard had written the editorial with the assistance and advice of others. According to the court filing, she didn't even pick the headline that read, "Amber Heard, I spoke up against sexual violence and faced our culture's wrath. That has to change." Not only was a lot of information brought to light, but according to reports, this was one of the more heated exchanges in court. Depp's attorney led strongly with, "Other than her, Depp has never been accused by a single woman of raising a finger to them." He then went on to explain how Amber, on the other hand, has a history of this and has actually been accused of directing violence towards a partner in the past. On top of that, she is still being accused of lying about donating her $7 million divorce settlement to the ACLU and Children's Hospital of Los Angeles, for which Depp's lawyer claimed was perjury. Now, the only issue here is the fact that the judge in the UK had ruled that the statements made by the Sun about Mr. Depp were substantially true. So you know this will certainly enter the judge's mind in Fairfax County. That sort of evidence there could just carry over to also explain away Amber Heard's op-ed piece, which essentially is what prompted the article from the Sun in the first place.
If you've been following along with the Amber Heard and Johnny Depp case, then you likely know that Johnny lost his libel case against the publication The Sun, who referred to him as a wife. Following the ruling, which Depp and his legal team have made very clear they will appeal, while also continuing to claim his innocence, led to Depp being asked to resign from the film Fantastic Beasts. To no surprise, when the court ruled The Sun did no wrong by referring to Depp as a wife beater, fans and supporters of the former Pirates of the Caribbean star were in total shock and disbelief. When he was asked to resign from the film, which Johnny explained he willingly accepted on Instagram, people were even more taken back, as it seems everyone believes Johnny did no wrong, yet he's the only one being punished. On the other hand, Amber, who has been accused of a handful of things, including pooping on Johnny's bed and getting physically violent with him, hasn't been given the same treatment. For example, she's still slated to reprise her role as Mira in Aquaman 2, which is believed to start production sooner than later, as the release date for now is December 2022. Why Johnny was asked to resign from his role but Amber was not, well, people don't really know. I mean, it's probably because he lost the case in court, but it seems Amber is getting off scot-free, while Johnny has to deal with a ton of repercussions, even though it seems they were both in the wrong at one point throughout their tumultuous relationship. Fans have taken to the website change.org to start a petition to remove Amber from Aquaman 2. At the time of this recording, the petition has over 1.5 million signatures and explains how Amber should be removed from the film due to the fact that she is the assailant and not the in this case, citing that Johnny had to surgically get his finger reattached after an attack from Amber and a 2009 arrest stemming from another abuse charge with another partner. The page refers to Amber as a repeat offender. Now, given that this many people are calling for Amber to be removed from the film, you'd think that the studios may catch wind that if they do continue to have her on the film, the movie may not do as well in regards to box office numbers. Those who enjoy the film but want to support Johnny will likely find ways to watch it without supporting the film itself, for example, illegally streaming it. I'm not encouraging that, but you guys do whatever you gotta do. And it seems Amber has even noticed there are over 1 million people who want her removed from the film, as she recently spoke on it, and it seems she doesn't care at all. Speaking with ET, Amber explained, I quote, "I'm super excited about the amount of fan love and the amount of fan appreciation that Aquaman has acquired, and that it has garnered so much excitement for Aquaman and Mira that it means we'll be coming back." Amber is expected to start filming sometime in 2021, however, as of now, technically nothing is official, not even the film itself, nor who is going to be cast. And when speaking on the petition, or at least rumors that she's going to be recast, Amber explained, I quote, "Paid rumors and paid campaigns on social media don't dictate casting decisions because they have no basis in reality. Only the fans actually made Aquaman and Aquaman 2 happen. I'm excited to get started next year." As As previously mentioned, Johnny was asked to resign from his role of Gellert Grindelwald in the Fantastic Beasts 3 film and will be replaced by Mads Mikkelsen. Amber, on the other hand, is not only expecting to reprise her role as Mira in Aquaman 2, but may also be taking on another role in a film that most people know Johnny Depp for. Now, these could just be rumors, but apparently Amber has been talking with Margot Robbie about joining her on the new Pirates of the Caribbean prequels. Reports are claiming that Margot and Amber have been in talks about the film, but it's unclear if the production has any interest in bringing Amber on board. More specifically, when speaking on the film, Margot explained, I quote, "It will have lots of girl power. No, it's too early to talk about it. I love Christina, obviously. I'm not a producer on Pirates, so I'll sit back and kind of wait for the process. We're really excited at the prospect of adding, obviously, a very key female element to that world." We Got This Covered broke the news, who cited Daniel Richtman, an industry insider, who posted the news on his Patreon page. It said, I quote, "The 34-year-old has spoken to Margot Robbie about a potential role in the upcoming spin-off that's said to have an abundance of girl power. It's unclear if the actress has had talks with the studio just yet about it, or if she's only discussed it with the Birds of Prey star at this stage. Which means nothing is official whatsoever, and it may not come to fruition. But if Amber does end up being cast in the franchise, which Depp is no longer a part of, even though he was the face, well, I'm sure the internet wouldn't be too thrilled to say the least.